In the New Testament, it is another day. It is not the seventh day. Maybe you have heard that the Sabbath is the seventh day. But the truth in the Bible is God appointed to Christians another day, not the seventh day. Let us read in the book of Hebrews, chapter 4. This is what the Apostle Paul is explaining to the original Sabbath keepers, the Hebrews. The Hebrews are the original Sabbath keepers. And the Apostle Paul is saying that the Sabbath for Christians is not the Sabbath that was taught by Joshua and Moses to the Israelites. Let us read in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 8.
For if Joshua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day?
God had spoken of another day, not the Sabbath that Joshua and Moses implemented among the Israelites. That's why the Bible tells us, the Apostle Paul is explaining to the original Sabbath keepers, the Hebrews, that God had spoken of another day, not the seventh-day Sabbath. In fact, the Lord Jesus Christ did not observe the seventh-day Sabbath. Let us read in the book of John, chapter 5, verse 16.
And therefore did the Jews persecute Jesus and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. But Jesus answered them, My Father worketh hitherto, and I work. Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that God was his Father, making himself equal with God.
The Lord Jesus Christ did not keep the seventh-day Sabbath of the Jews. That's why the Jews want to kill him. But the Jews did not understand the scriptures, that there really is an end to the seventh-day Sabbath, because it was preordained by God that that covenant of the Sabbath and the covenant of Moses shall end in a particular period of time. Let us prove that the observance of Sabbath, new moons, etc. are not anymore in existence when the time of the Lord Jesus Christ came. Let us read 7:12 of the book of Hebrews.
For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law.
When the Lord Jesus Christ assumed the priesthood, there was a necessity for a change also in the law. From the law of Moses about Sabbath, the Lord Jesus Christ changed the law. The law of Moses, not anymore taught by the Lord Jesus Christ. It was his law that we must obey. The law of Christ, not the law of Moses anymore. 13:39 of the book of Acts.
And by him all that believe are justified from all things, from which ye could not be justified by the law of Moses.
We cannot be justified by the law of Moses. What justifies us is the law of Christ. 6:2 of the book of Galatians.
Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
What we must obey is the law of Christ, not anymore the law of Moses. Let us go back to 7:12 of the book of Hebrews.
For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law.
When the priesthood of Moses was changed to the priesthood of Christ, the law of Moses was changed, replaced by the law of Christ. That is the clear teaching of the Bible. Let us read in the book of Hebrews 9:10.
which stood only in meats and drinks and diverse washings and carnal ordinances imposed on them until the time of Reformation.
The law of Moses teaches the Israelites about drinks, meats. No? There are prohibitions. You cannot eat pork. You cannot eat shrimps, etc. Diverse washings. And carnal ordinances. You have to rest on the Sabbath. You have to rest your body, etc. Imposed on them until the time of Reformation. So there is a time that the Lord Jesus Christ reformed this. When the Lord Jesus Christ came, it is the time of the reformation of the law. There is a time of reformation. And that time is the time of the Lord Jesus Christ. Even the law of 10% or tithing is gone in the time of the Lord Jesus Christ. When the Bible tells us that the law of Moses is not anymore existing, it was changed by the law of Christ. That's why even the Sabbath in the law of Moses was changed. Let us go back to 4:8 of the book of Hebrews.
For if Joshua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day?
In the New Testament, it is another day. It is not the seventh day.